Hey, this is my first video about Google Data Studio, and I want to introduce you this Google platform. What do we have here? Google Data Studio, it is a BI solution to create interactive reports. And this is Google solution, so interface is quite simple, and if you already have experience with Google products, it will be easier for you to understand how does it work. First of all, it is interactive dashboard, so you can connect different data sources, you can change date range. I don't know, for example, I want to see last month data, and when I change it, you can see the date is changed as well. When you have a view access to report, what is really important thing? When I work with Google Data Studio, I cannot share my client's data. It is a private information, and often I sign this NDA and I cannot share my client data. It's like the first what you should know when you start to work with data. So all my templates based on test data. For example, Google has Google Analytics test account, so I connected to this report Google Analytics test demo account. Also, I can create Google Sheets with random data, and I just use formula like random data and pull random data to Google Sheets and connect it to Google Data Studio. And what else? I change my logo, my colors, I apply my colors to the template, and that is it. So I create my template with my colors and random data. It is super important. When you have view access to the report, you can see some things. For example, I can do this here, and you can see a reset. If you click to reset, you will see the default data range. If you apply some filter, I don't have filter on this page, but it could be. When you click to reset, you reset data, all filters. Okay, so the same with other Google products. You can have share button here, and you can manage access, add people here, remove people, etc. Also, you have this small triangle. If you click here, you can invite people to the report. Schedule email delivery. This is a really great thing because you can send the report for your client every day, once per week, once per month. Let's see how does it look. You can customize your email. You can select which pages do you want to send, time, repeat, and add emails where do you want to send this report. And your client will receive PDF and link to the report. We can get report link to share it with someone you want. We can embed report to your website. For example, you have a website and you want to put there your report, and you can do it. You can download it. Actually, if you're an admin of the report, you can remove this feature, but anyway, now I can download PDF. That is it. Actually, what else? We have 3 dots here, and make a copy, present it. You can understand it. Refresh data. What is it? For example, if you connect Google Sheets to your Google Data Studio report, the data will be updated every 15 minutes. If you change something in Google Sheet and want to see the result immediately and don't want to wait 15 minutes, you can refresh the data, and all data on in your report will be updated. You have help icon here. It's good to see articles, but the bad news, I can't find support. Like, I cannot send a message to Google support. This is a pain, but okay. At least they have a lot of articles, and we can Google it. We can try to find information. So what? And yeah, sure, we can change pages. And we have edit button here. We can click here and see what do we have. Here we have more interesting interface. We have this our page, and we have some controls button and right panel with instruments. I opened this report, I opened my template and didn't start from the scratch because it's already has some elements, and I can show something about this report, and actually it's useful, and I can teach how to build this report during my next classes. Next lessons we will build this report. It's interesting, but because I used these different kind of filters and blended data, so it's good to know some Google Data Studio tools. Okay, let's do a short overview of the top side of the page. What do we have here? We have the title, we can change it here, we have this reset, share, buttons. We have file is the same like in any program, almost nothing interesting here. But we have share, we have theme and layout. This is super cool thing because I use it every time. We have this button here and this button here. I will do a separate video about this because this is the first thing where I start, what I do, what I set up when I create a new report. So this is super useful. Report settings here. What is interesting here? Here I use for some stuff, but what I really use here is a filter. For example, I create Google Ads report for some client, and I use only Google Analytics data. Just example, and this report has several pages, and I need to apply Google Ads filter to all reports. So I create filter, and it will apply to all pages in the report. So I use it. Report setting, this is what we have. Version history, you can see how a report was updated last time, or I don't know, you can back up version if you broke something. Hope it will not happen, but life is life. You can create new report, make a copy, download PDF, embed report to your website. Oh, to your client website. Editing, this is like classic. Undo, redo, cut, copy, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is a really classic. View, here what do I use here? Actually, I don't use this menu because I don't know, I think someone can use it to change some view settings when you work on your report, but usually it's fine for me, so I don't use it actually. Insert, this menu I don't use it as well. Why? Because you can see different types of charts here, different types of filter and other things, other elements. We have all these things here. We can add charts, the same, but here you can see some pictures. It's easier to use. We can, if it is not enough, these default visualizations, you can add or create custom visualizations. Just choose something from here. Community visualizations. What I do use here is this like kind of like things that you can have in the car. How do I use it? For example, I have a budget for ads, I don't know, $1,000, and I know spends, for example, $500, and I show % of real budget spent compare with a planning budget, so it's really nice to see. And I think this is a really cool example how do I use this chart. Add control, here we can add some different filters and data range control and data control. Data control, it is, for example, you have a Google Analytics report and you add this data control, and when your client have access to the report, he can change data for his own Google Analytics. Actually, in the practice I don't use it, but I have this opportunity. This means with this we can add some parts of your website or website page to your report. I used it a couple of times, but not often. We can add pictures, text, we can add different kind of lines and shapes, and theme on and layout. So that is it. I think this is a review of the... Okay, this I forgot. What do I have here? Okay, so I talked about this one. We talked about insert. I started to talk about this menu, and I didn't say about this undo redo. It is go back and go forward. We have pages. We can move page to page. Here we have this element. What is this? We have page and these 3 different types of elements. All these 3 elements, they are only for this page. For example, I can add header, and if I have a lot of pages in the report, I can add a title. When you go to the view mode, you can see that, okay, this is section about Google Ads. Divider and section, it is more or less the same, but if you have a lot of pages in the report, you can use it. And you can add page, remove page, and what do we have more here? Insert we talked already. Page, we can create new page, duplicate, delete. All the things we can do here, we can have like these things. Current page settings, I use it. I use it because, for example, I have reports with different pages, and one page should be longer than others. I can change it here. Oh, shorter. So I can change the height of the page of this custom page. Also, I can apply filter to the page. It's more or less the same like when we apply filter to the report. The whole report, here we can apply filter to the current page. Hide current page in view mode. This is a good tool I use all the time. For example, I do it here actually. I click here and hide in a view mode. If we do this in the view mode, we don't have the second page. I use it when, for example, I create a new page and it is not ready and I didn't finish it. I don't want to show it to the client, so I hide it and continue to work. When I finish to work, I open it. Kind of like that. So this is good. Previous, I think it's not super interesting. This menu I use every day, all the time, and this is really useful. For example, let's select several elements, and we can see we can bring elements forward, back, like we can do in any program. We can align elements horizontally, vertically, and distribute. To make distribution, let's do like this, so we can distribute horizontally, vertically. Why it is important? When we create report, we tell our story by graphs and charts and diagrams. So this is super important, and because of that, our report should be like pixel perfect. We cannot do like that. Let me show you. We cannot do like this element a bit up, this element a bit here. Oh, it's not a bit. I mean, it's not beautiful when you have this mess. So I cannot show this to my client because it's, oh my god, it is not professional. Because of that, what I do, I click here, and arrange, align horizontally, and you see we are a bit moved. Our rectangle a bit moved, so we need to reorganize it. What I moved as well, I moved this element. It's already grouped. So what's important thing? If I do like this, and I do like this, and I want to distribute horizontally, you can see, not nice. To avoid this, oh my god, oh my, no, I think I will break everything. Okay, right, center. Okay, we can click Ctrl G and create a group. This already a group, this already a group, and now this is a group. This is not a group. Let's make Ctrl G, Ctrl G. When it is a group, we can align this group to other element. What I do, I select all this line. No, not all this line. I select this without this square, because this element is lower than others. I click line vertically to the top. Okay, we moved here. Then I select the whole row, and we need to align button. Yeah, so they're already in place, but I'm not sure that we have the correct distance between squares. What I do, I select all of them, arrange, distribute horizontally. Not nice. It is not nice. Oh my god. I think I broke everything. So, my point is, you can see that it is not so beautiful when it is like that. When it is like that, it is not super beautiful. Because of that, we need to make the distance between elements the same. Okay, I will figure it out when okay, I cannot figure it out later. I want to do it now. So this is important moment about. I got it. What you can do. I ungroup. Ctrl Shift G. I ungroup elements. Ungroup elements. Select only squares and horizontally. Yeah. Now we need to align right and align center. Okay, this is nice. So I select elements that I want to align. I bring it to one side and then centrify. I will do it faster with all elements. Just you see how do I work. Okay, finally. Yeah, it takes time, but you know, this small moments make your report looks more professional. Yeah, so believe me, spend time for this small moments. Okay, now it's perfect. Okay, so I showed you what it is. Then we can make some elements: report level, page level, group and group. We already did it. When you select element and it has like blue contour, it is a page level element. If you select it and it is purple, it is a report level element. For example, I want to have a logotype on every pages on my report. So I click here, I made, okay, when it's blue, I can click here, make report level, and go to the second page, and we have this element on the second page already. So yeah, it's super useful. I use it every day. What else here? Here we already talked about everything. Resources. This is a, yeah, so this I use every day as well. Data sources. To show data, we need to connect data source. So it's obvious. So we need to show some data. Data sources, which type of data sources do we have? We have two types of data sources. We have Google connectors. Normally now they have 22. It's already a lot, because when I started to work with Google Data Studio it was 8, as I remember. But anyway, we have Google Analytics, Google Ads, different Google products, a Google Search Console, some MySQL database, YouTube, etc. They're free. So the good point, so we have 22 free connectors and can connect with different Google products, data sources. And if we scroll down, we have partner connectors. It's already 541. And even we have like build your own connector option. I didn't create my own connection yet, but I think I will do it, and maybe I can share some information about this. But what we can see here, so this connector by Supermetrics, by Funnel, by Power My Analytics, by Data Relate, etc., etc. These companies provide access to different connectors. So when you use Supermetrics, for example, you can connect your Facebook ads, Bing ads, different types of platform data, HubSpot. You can connect different data to your report. The same, so Power My Analytics, by Funnel, all these companies provide these services. So if it is not enough these free connectors, you can use paid connectors. Mostly all these partner connectors, they're paid, so you have to pay for them. But you have better service and you save money on routine work, you save your time, you avoid some human mistakes when you add data. So I really hardly recommend to use these partner connectors. Some of them actually free, for example, SE Ranking and SEMrush, as I remember, some SEO connectors, SEO services, ACO services, they're free to use, but okay, you can check all the time. You can when you need, you can check what do you have here, which connectors do you need, etc. This thing, the same menu we have here, add data, the same. So usually I use this button apart instead of this. We have here blend, manage blends. Blends, it is think when you have two data sources, I don't know, Google Ads and Google Analytics, and you want to have report, you have chart based on two different data sources. So you add this blend data. I think it will be another tutorial because it says a pain, and I don't like it. Me personally, I don't like it, but sometimes I have to use it, so it's true. Segments, for example, you have a segment in Google Analytics like users who are interested in your product, who read articles in your blog, or something. You can import segment from Google Analytics. Filter, it will be another tutorial. I have a lot of here already, and if I need to filter data, usually I need to filter data in every report, so it's something really useful thing how to filter. Dimension, value, color, yes, I use it. For example, if I have a client with 5 stores and I want to show like store number 1 always blue, store number 1 always red, etc., I use this manage dimension, value, color. Okay, so I don't know what to say about this. So, and help, yeah, is the same, like forum, articles, so yeah. I think that is it for the first lesson, because we already talked about this menu, and we did overview about all elements in Google, all main elements in Google Data Studio. On the next classes, we will talk about theme and layout, about filters, and we will create step by step this report. And during this work, we will know a lot about blended data, about filters, and different tricks in Google Data Studio. Hope you enjoyed my video, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.